Welcome back to the MLS Show. Baz, Ped, Chris. On the last video we discussed the Red Bulls demolition at Yankee Stadium. So go and check that one out. There'll be one of those little sexy eye things that Chris likes. Go on Chris, do it. What you done last week? The eye. There you go. That in the right hand corner of it. So check
the things I miss when I'm not here.
That's it. Man like Robbie.
It was supposed to be a 1-off and Baz has just made
I've just made it a 2-off. So what do you think about that? Might make it a 7-off like the Red Bulls. You never know. Moving on to LA Galaxy played San Jose last night in the El Clasico, whatever it's called. Ended in a 1-1 draw. Late equaliser for San Jose. Wando missed the bag full.
People saying a new contract.
Yeah, signed a big 4-year deal in the week. People were saying it was his Belgian performance for the States. It was similar. I don't know. But the big story that broke before this game actually was one about Steven Gerrard. Ped, I'll start with you. He's been playing well lately, Gerrard. Yeah. He's scored a few goals this season and had assists, and it looks as though he's actually come to terms with his role in that side, and Galaxy have been doing well. This story broke last night that he's homesick, and he may actually cut his contract short and leave within the next 6 weeks. Initial thoughts? Do you think there's anything in it, first of all?
Possibly. From a man point of view.
I see where this is going already, and I like it.
Just grow a pair. Just grow a pair and see your contract out. Unless he's under pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe someone in his ear is at the club is saying, we like to, if you're not fully committed, it could open the door to someone else. But
or his family, maybe his missus and the kids.
Send them home then. And just get on.
But they are
never moved out there anyway.
They only go out for holidays, don't they? So they're going out, I believe, next week.
Kept his kids in school over there.
That's fair enough, but just get on with it.
Get on with
it. Get on with it.
What if his kids miss his dad?
I couldn't care less. He chose to go.
We'll come to you in a minute.
What did he think was going to happen? Seriously? What did he think? Did he think LA was? I'm not even going to say it. He chose to go. He chose to go. He's picked up in the last few, it's weird him and DeSantis have seemed to have picked up at the same time. I don't know whether something's changed on the
was it when De Jong was missing?
Well, it just
he was back, wasn't he, yesterday?
When they both got a knock, when they both went out injured, they came back and they both seemed to do really well. So I think he's doing all right, and I think he owes LA and its fans. He owes them to stay to the rest of the season. He knew when he left, it was going to be for 18 months. He knew he's going to see his kids and his wife sporadically, and that's just the way it is. He's earning a lot of money, and he's going to come home to a good job at Liverpool. Let's be honest, he's going to come home to that.
That's not going to go anywhere.
It's not going to go. Of course, it's not. He's a club legend. So just get on with it. Stick it out. Stop being a tit.
Chris, from a Liverpool perspective, obviously you've seen him, dragging you through games, being a fantastic player for Liverpool. Like Ped just said, he's a club legend and all that. What's your thoughts on him? I mean, would you like to see him just stick it out just so that he's done what he said he was going to do when he signed that contract?
I agree with Ped on the whole man thing. If you say you're going to do it, you should go and do it. But for purely blinkered Liverpool fan perspective on stuff, I want him back at Liverpool Football Club. That's not to say that he should or he shouldn't do it, but I want him back there because there's not enough.
But he is going to go back there, isn't he? I don't think that's even.
Yeah, but timing's everything in football. You can be the right manager at the right club at the wrong time. I mean, we had that with Rafa Benitez, with poor ownership and stuff like that. And I think the timing for Liverpool Football Club is right for bringing Gerrard back now because of Jurgen Klopp and how much ultimately Steven Gerrard now is thinking about after his career. And that's what he's got. And if it's after his career that he wants to become a good manager and stuff, working for Jurgen Klopp's the way forwards, and as much time under Jurgen Klopp as possible, I think we'll see him good in the future.
His contract expires in November, or if he gets an MLS Cup final, it'd be early December. We're in the middle of May, nearly in June. It's not long. Surely that will still be on the table in December.
Though, he's not coming back to play for Liverpool Football Club. He's coming back to coach for Liverpool Football Club. That is your career finished. That is a huge decision. That's more that I can understand the pull of wanting to come back to Liverpool, but he's coming back to retire. He's coming back to finish. That to me trumps everything. That to me says Just stick it out, get on with it. Listen, there might be pressures by Galaxy thinking that spot could open. There's talk of Zlatan and things like that. Just stick it out, because you're going to be a long time retired.
What the thing is though, Ped, what if he thinks he's done now? He might have had an uplift in form and stuff over the last few games.
Enough.
But, you know, I remember watching Steven Gerrard at Liverpool in his last season, and as you see on his face, he was done. Because I remember, I can't remember exactly who it was, but, you know, when you're playing against players who were nowhere near his level, and they're embarrassing him. When you were at that, and you know, you might not agree with me in this, but he was one of the top 3 midfielders in the world for a large period of time, I think, anyway. And when the likes of, like, I'm trying to give you an example.
Kontesky and
these guys are running rings around you. How hard must that be when you were one of the top 3 players thinking your legs have gone here, and he's gone to MLS thinking it might be one last hurrah, and he found out that I don't think it's as easy as he thought it was, and he's still getting embarrassed, and he's tarnishing what Steven Gerrard was, because there's players gone over there that are doing a lot better than Steven Gerrard, and David Beckham did a lot better at Galaxy than Gerrard's done in his time there. And if he thinks he's done, then now's the time to go.
I mean, David Beckham won a lot more than Gerrard though, so
he did, mate, yeah.
So that's not really here or there, is it?
Well,
I think the thing is with Gerrard is that, I mean, if that is the case, if he's actually sitting there now thinking, yeah, this has caught up with me, I would have thought that kind of last year, whereas this year he's been really good. You know, even last night he didn't have one of his most sparkling games, but he still was on the end of things. He was still delivering. He put a great ball into Robbie Keane early on. Keane should have scored. He was still getting up and down the pitch. He was affecting the game. I'm just not so sure. I think what Ped's just said there is absolutely right. He's gonna throw it. If he decides to come back, that's it, he's done. And you can't get this time back as a player. You stop playing, it goes very quickly.
For the sake of like 4 or 5 months as well, do you know what I mean?
That's
4 or 5.
Yeah. Depends what type of role he's offered at Liverpool though, innit? Because if you come in as a coach halfway through the season, what you're just picking up somebody else's job, essentially. Yeah. If he's brought in the next couple of weeks, planning for the season, and you know, you get to see that, is he involved in some of the big decisions that are going forward?
Should he be involved in the big decisions though?
He should be in the conversation.
He's an unproven coach. He's a player at the moment.
You look at Zinedine Zidane at Madrid. You know, he went in as assistant manager. Ryan Giggs is an assistant manager. Now I know at the moment we're only talking about Steven Gerrard as a coach, but if it puts him closer to that assistant manager's job and he gets a pre-season under his belt, you never know, the brain, Klopp's number 2 might be off after next season or something like that. We just don't know.
I understand that, and I understand that from a Liverpool point of view, but you know, if you look at it from a football point of view, is that what you really want? Do you want someone, I know he's Liverpool through and through, but do you really want someone who has not got the experience of being a coach? Because I think
I want winners.
No, I understand that, but if that was me, I'd want him to come in and maybe do a year learning his trade. Like when you see people like these players at Ajax, and they learn the trade, and then they do go up to the next stage, and suddenly they are the assistant manager. I'd see nothing wrong with Gerrard coming back to Liverpool, being the face, doing 5 or 6 months coaching.
The 21 or something like that.
I'd go younger. Imagine Steven Gerrard coaching Liverpool's under 16s.
Oh, they'd get a buzz.
Imagine that.
18s.
16s and 18s floating, doing all that. Everton brought in Duncan Ferguson. It was the same sort of reaction. The kids were suddenly like, oh my God, look who's coaching me. Imagine being an Ajax and Bergkamp's coaching you, these kind of players. So from that point of view,
the thing that Liverpool need though is they need winners. Look, we just bottled the Europa League final. You know, we bottled the League Cup final on penalties. And Steven Gerrard was a part of this. We let the league slip in 13-14. What a bad choice of word. Yeah, I thought you might like that one. You know, Steven Gerrard, for all of his faults as a player, he has won a lot of stuff, and he's won loads of trophies. And there's a point now where Liverpool Football Club haven't got anyone who's won stuff apart from Albi Moreno, and he's terrible, to be perfectly honest with you. So you need to get a winner in there in some way, shape.
What a contrast though, because New York City fans would love this opportunity for their England midfielder to say I'm leaving the club. I'm leaving the club and I'm going to leave a DP spot open, but.
Interesting. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Should Steven Gerrard see his contract out with Galaxy? Any Liverpool fans, do you want him back right now, like Chris, rather than waiting? LA Galaxy fans, you're not bothered. You just want him gone and have that DP. Ped, very quickly, will Zlatan end up at Galaxy?
No.
Okay, where's he going to end up?
Man United.
Okay, done. Let us know where Zlatan will end up and look out for the next video on the MLS show. Full. People
signing a new contract.
Yeah, signed a big 4-year deal in the week. People were saying it was his Belgian performance for this state. It was similar. I don't know. But the big story that broke before this game actually was one about Steven Gerrard. Welcome back to the MLS show. Baz, Ped, Chris. On the last video we discussed the Red Bulls demolition at Yankee Stadium. So go and check that one out. There'll be one of those little sexy eye things that Chris. I'll start with you. He's been playing well lately, Gerrard. Yeah. He's scored a few goals this season and had assists, and it looks as though he's actually come to terms with his role in that side, and Galaxy have been doing well. This story broke last night that he's homesick. Off like the Red Bulls, you never know. Moving on to LA Galaxy played San Jose last night in the El Clasico, whatever it's called. Ended in a 1-1 draw. Late equaliser for San Jose. Wando missed the bag. Like, come on, Chris, do it. What you done last week? The eye. There you go. That in the right hand corner of it. So check.
The things I miss when I'm not here.
That's it. Man like Robbie.
It was supposed to be a 1-off, and Baz has just made.
I've just made it a 2-off. So what do you think about that? Might make it a 7-off.